The story begins with the Suzuki family, who live in Tokyo. From the outside, their life looks completely normal, but they have no idea that within just a few hours, a mysterious event is about to change their entire world. Things are not much better inside the house either. Every member of the family is lost in their own world. Mitsu is talking to her father, Sasaki, over the phone. He has sent them fresh vegetables and fish, and hopes the family will visit him more often. But when Mitsu asks her daughter Yui to talk to her grandfather, she refuses without hesitation, and starts complaining about the smell of the fish. After hanging up, Mitsu tries to cook the fish, but just looking at it makes her lose her appetite. Her husband Yoshiyuki also refuses to touch it, so the fish is eventually placed back in the freezer. A little later, they notice something on the vegetables, and the whole family panics. They think it is some kind of bug, but it actually turns out to be Yui's fake eyelashes. Yoshiyuki does not care about any of this, and only wants his meal. Meanwhile, Yui stays completely absorbed in her phone, so Mitsu finally picks up the object herself and throws it away. Just then, their son Kenji comes home, but without saying a single word to anyone, he walks straight into his room. He always has headphones on his ears. When Mitsu asks if he wants dinner, he simply shows her the fast food he bought and quietly shuts the door without saying a word. Inside their separate rooms, both children remain glued to their phones and screens. Mitsu worries about the rising mobile phone bill and asks Yoshiyuki to speak with the kids, but his attention is completely fixed on the television. The next morning, Yoshiyuki wakes up late because his clock has been stuck at 3 o'clock since the middle of the night. Mitsu then tells him that the entire city has lost power, and she is throwing away the fish stored in the freezer. A few moments later, Yui wakes up and panics after seeing that her phone battery is completely dead. Mitsu tries to prepare breakfast, but without electricity, both the rice cooker and the electric stove are useless. She somehow manages to light the gas burner, but the family leaves the house hungry without waiting for the food. Once outside, they realize that the power outage has also shut down the elevators, forcing everyone in the building to walk down several flights of stairs to reach the ground floor. When Yoshiyuki reaches the station, he discovers that all the trains have completely stopped and no one knows when they will start running again. Left with no other choice, he begins walking all the way to his office. Meanwhile, Kenji is riding his bicycle to college, but on the way he realizes that his phone battery has also died. Now the roads are filled only with bicycles because, along with the power outage, even the cars have stopped working. A taxi driver tries again and again, but his vehicle refuses to start as well. At the same time, Mitsu talks with her neighbors and learns that no one in the entire neighborhood has electricity. All the women decide to go to the market to buy candles. Mitsu starts walking with them, but suddenly remembers that she left her purse at home. Meanwhile, when Yoshiyuki finally reaches his office, he finds all the employees standing outside. Because there is no electricity, the electronic doors refuse to open. In the end, two people break the glass door so everyone can get inside. But even after reaching the office, no one can work because there are no lights, and none of the computers are functioning. At school, Yui notices that almost every student has arrived late and nobody's phone is working anymore. Many teachers are also unable to reach the school, so most of the students are simply asked to sit quietly in the study hall. Kenji's college is facing exactly the same situation. Meanwhile, when Mitsu arrives at the grocery store, she finds that all the ready-made food has already been sold out. People are rushing to buy candles, drinking water, and other essential supplies, so she starts picking up the same items as well. Just then, the shopkeepers announce that card payments are no longer possible because there is no electricity, and only cash will be accepted. Hearing this, everyone rushes toward the ATMs, only to find that the machines are completely out of service. After spending several hours without getting any work done, Yoshiyuki's boss sends all the employees home early. To avoid making another long walk, he decides to buy a bicycle. But taking advantage of the situation, the shopkeepers have raised the prices of bicycles several times over. With no other option left, Yoshiyuki pays the inflated price and buys one anyway. When he finally reaches home, he sees an elderly woman sitting on the stairs to catch her breath because climbing so many floors has become too difficult for her. That night, the entire family sits together and eats dinner by candlelight. Even without electricity, Yoshiyuki stubbornly insists that he will continue doing his office work using only paper and a pen. Now even the smallest daily tasks have become difficult. After using the toilet, they have to pour water from the bathtub with a bucket just to flush it. There is no running water in the kitchen either, so Mitsu cannot even wash the dishes. Meanwhile, Yui is reading a magazine in the candlelight, but she leans in so close that the flame accidentally burns her hair. Everyone has become tired of sitting alone in their rooms, so for the first time, both children also come outside. Mitsu asks the whole family to step out onto the balcony. With every light in the city turned off, countless stars are shining clearly across the night sky. Even during such a difficult time, the beautiful view gives the entire family a few peaceful moments. 2 days pass, but the electricity still does not return. Mitsu is now washing clothes by hand, using the water stored in the bathtub. When Yui reaches school, she sees that only a handful of students have shown up, so she decides to return home. Meanwhile, at the office, the boss announces that the company will remain closed until the electricity comes back. After that, Yoshiyuki notices his boss leaving for the mountains with his family because he believes they will be able to find food and water there. Just then, Yoshiyuki turns around and catches a man trying to steal his bicycle. He immediately scolds him and chases him away. Meanwhile, Kenji rides his bicycle to another city to meet the girl he likes, but there is no electricity there either. As soon as he sees her walking out of her house, he gets nervous and hides. During the confusion, his bicycle falls over and he injures his leg. All he can do is watch from a distance as the girl leaves the city with her family. On the other side, Mitsu and her neighbors wait for hours outside a water treatment plant to collect water, but the workers explain that the water systems have stopped because there is no electricity. There is still water underground, but drinking it without purification could be dangerous, so they refuse to let anyone take it. Hearing this, the crowd becomes angry and starts protesting. Meanwhile, at the bank, Yoshiyuki learns that both the ATMs and debit cards have become useless. The only way to withdraw money now is by showing an ID card and a bank passbook. Even then, every person is allowed to withdraw only a limited amount. As soon as people hear this, they panic and begin pushing each other to get inside first. In the middle of the chaos, all of Yoshiyuki's papers fall onto the ground. When he bends down to pick them up, the crowd shoves him aside and his nose starts bleeding. With no other choice, he is forced to step away and take care of his injury. A full 7 days have passed since the power went out. By now, grocery stores are completely empty. Schools have shut down, and finding food or drinking water has become almost impossible. Many people have traveled to nearby cities searching for supplies, but they found the exact same situation there. With every passing hour, more and more people are leaving Tokyo for the countryside, hoping life will be a little easier there. After an unproductive meeting with their neighbors, Yoshiyuki and Mitsu decide to check on an elderly woman living in their apartment building because no one has seen her for several days. But when they arrive, they learn that she has passed away, and her family has come to take her body. Seeing this, both of them realize that staying in the city is no longer safe. They decide to take the entire family to Mitsu's father's village. When they tell the children about the plan, Yui becomes upset. She believes that small villages are boring and have nothing to do. Mitsu reminds her that when she was little, she loved playing by the beach in that very village, but Yui no longer remembers any of it. After that, the whole family begins packing their belongings. Meanwhile, Kenji angrily throws away the photo of the girl he likes because he realizes that he may never see her again. Before leaving the house, everyone places the remaining cash from their pockets onto the table. Just then, Mitsu reveals that she had secretly saved some money for emergencies. This brings a small sense of relief to the entire family. As they step outside, they hear an abandoned dog barking nearby, but because of their own difficult situation, they are unable to help it and continue on their way. Kenji and Yui ride their own bicycles, while Mitsu sits on the back of Yoshiyuki's bicycle. The whole family begins heading toward the airport. Along the way, they see thousands of people leaving the city on foot. Many vendors are selling food and drinking water, but the prices have become unbelievably expensive. Yoshiyuki refuses to buy anything at such outrageous prices, but the farther they travel, the more expensive everything becomes. Eventually, they stop at a small shop where Mitsu wisely bargains with the shopkeeper and manages to buy the necessary supplies for the whole family at a fair price. They take a short break there and finally get something to eat. During this time, Kenji and Yui notice a man catching a large number of fish from the river, but even watching it makes them feel disgusted. A little later, when they try to use a public restroom, the smell is so unbearable that they cannot even step inside because no one has flushed it for days. With no other option, they are forced to go behind the bushes instead. At last, the family reaches the airport, but the scene there is even more terrifying. A massive crowd has gathered outside. Since there is still no electricity, none of the airplanes are taking off. The police set up barricades to control the crowd, but some furious people attack the officers while the rest lose hope and slowly begin turning back. That evening, the whole family stays at a small motel nearby, but the owners take advantage of the situation and charge them an extremely high price for the room. There, Yoshiyuki tells everyone that the rest of the journey to the village will have to be made entirely by bicycle. The moment Yui hears this, she starts complaining non-stop because she hates the idea of such a long trip. The next morning, Kenji and Yui enter a library to find a map, but almost all of them have already been taken by other people. The only one left is a simple children's map. After calculating the distance, Kenji realizes that reaching the village by bicycle could take nearly an entire month. Meanwhile, Yoshiyuki and Mitsu are searching for a bicycle for Mitsu. Just then, they spot one outside a rice shop, but the shopkeeper refuses to accept money or valuable belongings. She is now willing to trade only in exchange for food and essential supplies. After a lot of convincing, Yoshiyuki Yoshiyuki and Mitsu manage to exchange a few bottles of liquor for the bicycle and a sack of rice. At last, the whole family resumes their journey, but along the way, they keep running into blocked roads. Yoshiyuki soon realizes that the children's map is completely useless, so they decide to travel by the expressway instead because there is no one collecting tolls anymore. Once they reach the highway, they see hundreds of people using the same route to leave Tokyo. After traveling for a while, they stop near a large shopping mall to rest, but the mall is closed. With nowhere else to go, they are forced to spend the night outside. Just then, a desperate husband and wife ask them for a little water. Mitsu quickly hides their water bottles, and Yoshiyuki reluctantly lies, saying that they have run out of water too. That night, the freezing cold makes it impossible for anyone to sleep properly. During the night, Kenji notices a man secretly stealing their water and running away. He immediately chases after him and catches up inside a tunnel, but just as he is about to stop him, he notices a small child standing beside the man. The sight instantly calms his anger, and without saying a single word, he lets the man leave with the water. The next morning, the family prepares to pass through the same tunnel. Outside, several blind women are offering to guide people safely through in exchange for money. The family thinks there is no need for a guide in a straight tunnel, so they ignore the offer and continue on their own. But inside, the darkness is so complete that they keep crashing into abandoned vehicles and accidentally step on filthy objects scattered across the road, even the bodies of dead animals. Finally admitting defeat, they turn back and ask one of the blind women for help. Without any difficulty, she safely leads them through the correct path and brings them out of the tunnel unharmed. It has now been 16 full days since the electricity disappeared. During their journey, the family stops beside a river and finally gets a chance to wash their clothes. But they are down to only a few matches, and their drinking water has completely run out. Overcome by thirst, Yoshiyuki ignores his family's warnings and drinks directly from the river. That same afternoon, heavy rain and a violent storm suddenly hit the area. With no other choice, the whole family takes shelter beneath a bridge. Soon, the powerful wind starts blowing away their belongings and even their bicycles. But in the middle of the storm, Yoshiyuki suddenly runs into an open field. The dirty river water has upset his stomach, and he can no longer hold it in. After the storm finally passes, the family begins collecting everything that has been scattered around. Mitsu's glasses are broken, their sack of rice falls into the mud and is ruined, and one of the bicycle tires has burst. On top of that, Yoshiyuki's condition keeps getting worse, so the whole family quickly heads toward a nearby small town. While their parents are resting, Kenji and Yui secretly sneak into a supermarket, but even there, all the food, matches, and bicycle tires have already been taken. The only things they find are a flare, some cat food, and purified battery water that is safe to drink. After returning, Yui tastes the cat food, but the flavor is so awful that she immediately spits it out. Meanwhile, Kenji is forced to repair the damaged bicycle tire by somehow using his silicone phone case. As the days slowly pass, the family gradually learns how to travel through the rain and even survive by eating cat food. One day, while taking a break, they meet the Saito family. At first glance, the Saitos seem to be handling the harsh conditions surprisingly well. The reason is that they have always been used to hiking in the mountains and camping, so they already know many survival skills. They teach the Suzuki family that water dripping from moss-covered rocks is safe to drink, food can be dried and stored for a long time, and which wild plants are safe to eat. They even recommend eating insects like crickets to survive. One of the Saito family's boys owns an old mechanical camera that works without electricity. He takes a photograph of the entire family, and Yui gives him her address so he can send her a copy once life returns to normal. After this, both families decide to continue the journey together. Mitsu and the children quickly become close to the Saito family and are excited to learn new survival skills from them. But deep inside, Yoshiyuki starts feeling jealous. He believes the Saito family is more capable than he is, so he begins riding his bicycle much faster, as if trying to prove that he is the best. After a while, they stop to rest on a bridge, where a group of soldiers passes by. One of them explains that they have come from a nuclear power plant, where the electricity has also completely failed. They are now on their way to inspect another power station in a different area. After hearing this, the two families decide to take separate routes. The Suzuki family heads toward Osaka, hoping that the electricity might have been restored there. It has now been 43 days since the blackout began. At last, they reach Osaka, but the entire city is still covered in darkness. Seeing this, Yui completely loses hope. They have no food left and not a single drop of water. This leads to a heated argument, and in the end, everyone agrees that Yoshiyuki has failed to take proper responsibility for the family. While walking through the city, they come across a strange sight. Outside a huge aquarium, people are standing in a long line to receive fish. Since there is no electricity, the aquarium staff are giving away all the sea creatures as food before they die. The Suzuki family immediately joins the line as well, but sadly, by the time their turn arrives, all the food has already run out. As they continue traveling, another 67 days slowly pass by. By now, the family is so exhausted that they collapse on the road road leading to the village. Starving with hunger, Yoshiyuki is about to eat an insect when he suddenly notices a pig wandering nearby. The whole family works together to surround it, and after a long struggle, Yoshiyuki finally manages to catch the pig while tumbling down a hillside. But a new problem quickly appears. Neither Yoshiyuki nor Mitsu can gather the courage to kill the pig, so they hand the knife to Kenji. Just then, a farmer named Tanaka arrives at the scene. Without wasting a single second, he cuts the pig's throat. Afterward, the whole family carries the pig to Tanaka's house, where they finally get to drink fresh water from a well for the first time. Tanaka explains that after the electricity went out, his electric fence stopped working, allowing all of his pigs to escape. If the Suzuki family helps him catch the rest of them, he will reward them with food. The family agrees without hesitation. The next morning, Tanaka serves them delicious smoked pork along with a filling breakfast. After so many days, eating real food again brings tears of joy to Yui's eyes. The next day, one of Tanaka's neighbors brings him some fresh vegetables. After that, Tanaka asks the Suzuki family to help him cut and prepare the pork. At first, everyone feels disgusted by the work, but to survive, they gather their courage and begin helping him. A job that usually took Tanaka many hours to finish alone is completed much faster with the whole family working together. The meat is then cut into small pieces and covered with salt so it can be preserved for a long time. When it is time to bathe, they have to fill buckets with water from the well and pour them into a tub. Then they light firewood underneath to heat the water. That night, Tanaka gives them the pajamas he had been saving for his son and his family whenever they came to visit. But his son now lives in America, and he has not been able to contact him since the blackout began. Hearing this, Yoshiyuki and Mitsu realize how fortunate they are because their children are still by their side. With that comforting thought, they fall asleep while holding each other's hands. Over the next few days, the whole family helps Tanaka with the farm work and learns many new farming skills. They catch the escaped pigs and bring them back, and little by little, even this difficult task starts becoming enjoyable for them. Yui learns sewing from her mother Mitsu. Mitsu takes care of washing the clothes. Yoshiyuki chops firewood, and Kenji finally repairs his bicycle with the help of proper tools. After some time, Tanaka asks them to stay with him forever. He has grown attached to their company and no longer wants to live alone, but the Suzuki family does not change their decision to continue toward Grandpa's village. Before saying goodbye, Tanaka gives them enough smoked pork to last for the rest of their journey. A few days later, the family reaches a wide river, but there is no bridge to cross it. Yoshiyuki gathers logs lying on the shore, along with an oar and some ropes. Then the whole family works together to build a raft. First, Yoshiyuki and Kenji ferry Mitsu, Yui, and all their belongings safely across the river. After that, they head back to bring the bicycles. Suddenly, heavy rain begins to pour. The two of them try to reach the other side as quickly as possible, but the weight of the bicycles proves too much for the raft. Within moments, the raft breaks apart. Kenji immediately swims to the shore, but the stubborn Yoshiyuki refuses to let go of the wooden logs. The weight of the bicycles suddenly drags him beneath the water. The rest of the family can do nothing but scream from the opposite bank as the powerful current carries him far away. After the rain finally stops, Kenji goes out to search for his father. He looks everywhere, but the only things he finds are Yoshiyuki's two shoes. Seeing this, the family's last hope is shattered, and they all break down in tears. It has now been 94 days since the electricity disappeared. The family continues moving forward by following the railway tracks. But after losing Yoshiyuki, Mitsu is completely heartbroken. She no longer has the strength to walk, so Kenji supports her every step of the way. While they take out a little smoked pork from their bag to eat, a starving dog approaches them and begs for food. Yui feels sorry for it and wants to share her meal, but Kenji quickly stops her. Suddenly, the dog snatches the meat from Yui's hand and runs away. Within moments, several more wild dogs appear. One of them, a Doberman, grabs Mitsu's bag in its mouth and starts running. Mitsu tries to stop it, but the force knocks her down a hillside. Kenji and Yui rush to help her and discover that her ankle has been broken. Meanwhile, the dogs eat everything that was inside her bag. Now Mitsu can barely walk, so the family is forced to move forward very slowly. Before long, the wild dogs return once again. The three of them hold each other's hands tightly and stand there in fear, waiting for the worst to happen. Just then, a steam-powered train suddenly appears on the railway tracks. The moment the dogs hear the train, they run away. The train stops right in front of the family, and they climb aboard with a huge sense of relief. Inside, they finally get drinking water and meet many other people from Tokyo who are also traveling toward the countryside. A doctor wraps a bandage around Mitsu's broken ankle. When he asks about Yoshiyuki, both Kenji and Yui can no longer hold back their tears. But on the other side, Yoshiyuki wakes up beside the river. He somehow manages to stand and tries to walk, but but after only a short distance, he collapses from exhaustion. Just then, he notices the same train passing in the distance. He wants to call out, but he does not even have the strength to raise his voice. Then he suddenly remembers that he still has the flare with him. Gathering every last bit of strength, he lights it. From far away, Mitsu notices the bright red flare. She immediately stops the train, and both children run toward their father and embrace him with tears in their eyes. After so many days, the whole family is finally reunited. Later on the train, Mitsu returns Yoshiyuki's 2 shoes to him, but he smiles and throws them away because he no longer needs them. Along the journey, the train passes through a tunnel, and smoke from the engine fills the train cars. Everyone's faces turn completely black, and for the first time in so many days, the whole family bursts into laughter together. After 108 days without electricity, the Suzuki family finally reaches Mitsu's father, Sasaki's village. Seeing his family safe fills Sasaki with overwhelming happiness. 2 years and 126 days later, the Suzuki family has fully adapted to village life. They now grow their own crops, catch fish, and happily live on the vegetables they produce themselves. One morning, Yoshiyuki wakes up because of a strange sound. When he steps outside, he sees that an old alarm clock has started ringing again. At the same moment, music begins playing from the village loudspeakers, and the streetlights suddenly come back to life. A few days later, most of the people from Tokyo return to the city. On television, scientists suggest different explanations for the mysterious blackout. Some believe it was caused by a powerful solar storm. Others blame a comet that passed close to Earth, while some suspect a massive cyber attack, but the real cause is never revealed. After everything they have been through, the Suzuki family has completely changed. They now spend far more time together, never hesitate to help with household chores, and have learned to appreciate a simple way of life. They even install an old-fashioned landline phone in their home, and Yoshiyuki still rides his bicycle to work every day. One day, the mailman delivers a letter to their house. As soon as they open the envelope, they find the same family photograph that the Saito family's son had taken during their journey. Looking at that picture brings a peaceful smile to every member of the family's face.